What time is it?
Your show.
Yeah, what time is it?
Your show.
Yeah, what time is it?
Your show.
Yeah, he's back from the dead.
Your
Putting it
show.
on the map, yeah. Saskatoon, right next to New York. New York.
Scary Nickel.
Yeah, what show, yeah.
Your show.
What time is it?
Your show.
Yeah, time to talk some shit, yeah.
Your show. Scary Nickel.
You've tuned in, yeah?
Yeah, von Maggie. Bark, bark, wolf, wolf, who wants a treat, yeah. Keep listening.
Hello and welcome into another edition of your show. My name is Gary. I am your host, and this is still, as far as we know, the only show that goes Monday to Friday, 4 to 5 p.m. And the most important part here, live. We live in a world where nobody wants to go live anymore, so being the dum-dums we are, we said, okay, well, let's do that, because no one else is doing it. You stand out, you're different, and you stay real. That's all good, but there's always lots of mistakes and lots of that stuff, too. So real people doing real things, chasing dreams, trying to make the world a better place. That is what we are all about. And to thank you for joining us each and every weekday around here, we'd like to give you the greatest camera in the history of cams, none better than the Maggie Cam. Let's see what's going on today. Ooh, that's a good Maggie Cam right there. Marge, wrong way, bud. Other way. Don't look at me. Look over the other way. Look at Erin. Look what she's doing. Yeah, there she is. The Maggie Cam, as always, brought to you by our fantastic pals over at Pet Planet on 8th Street. They are your pet's natural grocer. Marge and I were in there earlier today. I took a video and forgot to send it to Phenom that I was going to play right this very moment. It was hilarious. It had everything. It had Maggie. It had her boyfriend Leroy trying to drag her around with her brand new buckle-up leash that she loves so much. It even had Mike. Yeah, the Mike. Mike and Rochelle, they run the place. He's there too, and we were having a lot of fun as Leroy and Marge got to catch up, and I even got on video. My sweet, beautiful Mark, our sweet, beautiful Maggie May right here, stealing from the treat bucket. And it was hilarious. I shamed her, and Mike, being the incredible gentleman that he is, said, oh, don't worry, she's allowed to have one. That's the type of people you're dealing with over at Pet Planet on 8th Street, all right? I'm telling you. I'll get the video posted. Maybe we'll play it tomorrow. It's very funny and very, very, very cool. So we went in there to get some dry food, which is always good. And we picked up our Go, the big, beautiful bag of Go food, but they have every single dry food you can think of. We walked by the amazing raw food in the back in the fridges, right by the cleaning station that I keep threatening Marge with, but she would probably love it because it's like a spa day and she loves spa days. So once Brooksy gets back in here and we get in the swing of things, we're going to do another Adventures with Maggie and show you how the cleaning station works, which is going to be fantastic. The treat's on sale every Tuesday, so that's why Maggie was helping herself, I assume. And they got all the toys, they got all the beds, all the crates, everything you need, and so much more. And if by chance they don't have what you're looking for, it's all good because they will order it for you. And if that's not enough, they are open after hours and on weekends, thanks to Kirsten and Chris. All of this waiting for you over at Pet Planet on 8th Street. They are your pet's natural grocer. That was a good one. I think when you go in there right before you're doing the big read and you get to talk to Mike, you're motivated. It's really motivated for that. When we got the Phenom on the ones and twos today, say hello, Phenom. Look at that handsome hand. He's growing so fast. He's going to be an arm soon. It's going to be crazy. Not looking forward to that, hey, adolescence? No, thank you. Stay young forever, Phenom, please. That would be very, very awesome. As you know around here, the reason the show stays so fresh all the time is because it's never the same show. Each day, each episode has different hosts talking about different stuff. And it's so cool to be able to say that because, once again, no one else is doing it. It's fantastic. It's a great way to do business, and we have a lot of fun while we are at it. Tuesday just so happens to be, how do I say this? Not my favorite, because they're all my favorite, but when it comes to looking back on the greatest decade of all time and, you know, reminiscing about back in our day when things were really good, this is the best day for it. We even have a little intro that still doesn't have the audio that we keep saying we're going to throw into it, but I like to just talk over it anyway and then just yell the names because the full squad's here today. We're back. We took a week off. First week we've ever taken off last week thanks to Canada Day. Canada Day? They're home. Yes, good to hear. but I hit the air horn hard. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the All Legs Podcast! Them boys in the house! We got the uncle table over there with Uncle Brando and Uncle Mike. We got the not cool table over here with my main man Matt from all the bands and myself. And together we have formed the, what's the thing where everyone comes out? The Power Ranger one. I want the good one. Voltron? We have formed Voltron, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody is here and happy to be here. And it is time to check back in and catch up. Boys, we're here. Starting with you, young man. How are you?
I feel a bit off. Like, for starters, taking that week off, and then you were doing the Maggie cam. And I was like, but she's not here. How's it working? And then I realized she's over there.
She forced it. She refused to come up onto the set, onto her bed, where she's done over 300 shows. She's like, nope, not anymore. And I'm assuming it's because of the AC we got over there. That's what I sort of.
Or it could be like she's turning into a prima donna. Like now she knows she's the star of the show. Yeah. So it's like, I'm going to do whatever I want.
And the one big thing that sort of led me to this sort of remedy of the situation is that during shows, she'll go down there right in front and start digging and digging and digging. And it's can get a little frustrating at times. So I'm like, maybe if we just cover that spot up where she always digs, we might get two birds stoned at once. And here we are. All the birds are stoned, feeling good. So thank you to Marge for being a diva, I guess. You're back. You're busy. You're living life. You're gardening. Did I see fresh potatoes?
Okay.
Did I see that?
Basically, the same way that Maggie was robbing, treats. Yeah. Today we robbed the potato hills.
And not just that. You hit up a skillet, didn't you? You skilleted those boys on the barbecue.
Took the potatoes, rinsed them, grated them up with a little grater, washed off all the starch.
That's hash browns, bro. Those are shredded hash browns.
And then frickin' tossed them on the Weber barbecue grill with the grill attachment. Yeah. And we had a great breakfast. And man, it was like, basically it feels like we're on holidays, even though we're not. But anytime we get like a day or two off, it's like, let's just turn this into holiday. So Aaron bought a cornhole set for kind of Canada Day, and
Thank you for calling it by its proper name. I'm so sick of people stealing the name cornhole just because it has a bit of those negative undertones.
It's cornhole. It's a great name.
Beanbag. Stop calling it beanbag. It's not beanbag. Sorry.
So for a few reasons. One, there's like a competition at work or whatever, and they've got like a trophy. So every year, you can get your name on it. And now that I'm aware that I could get my name on a cornhole trophy, like we gotta start really upping our game. So we've gotten to the point now where I know kind of what I'm doing, and I can get into a role and start hitting them. But like something like bowling or something like that, I always like readjust what I'm doing. I'm like, okay, I got to do this, or lead with my foot, and I overthink it to the point where I'll go like two rounds where it's good, then the rest.
You're talking to a guy who overthinks everything.
But I feel like cornhole, I might be happy.
Such a fun game. It's the pro tour guys make a good living on the cornhole tour. I know this all sounds ridiculous. Like we're losing Brando here. He can't handle what's happening.
ESPN the Ocho. Is that where they play?
Yeah,
that's where they play all the weird things.
Absolutely.
Kickball and cornhole and dodgeball.
And there's like a huge pro tour.
Yeah.
And those guys, man, you want to talk about, maybe I'll hit one every couple. Those guys, there could be, they don't just protect, you like this, Brown, they don't just protect the cornhole with their bags. Their bags don't just protect it, because they could have bags all the way around the cornhole. And those pros, they will toss that thing in between all the bags into the hole without touching the bags. Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Getting the swishes are pretty sweet.
Wild.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's nice to have things. Nice to have things to aspire to,
We'll be right back.
Yeah, we're losing them. I get the feeling he doesn't know what cornhole is.
It's basically throwing beanbags into a hole.
You know those things that got those. All right, we have to let him calm down. Uncle Mike, how are you?
I'm doing okay.
You're all right?
I'm doing okay. Yep.
That's good. Good talk.
Can't complain.
Brando, how you doing?
Hey, we'll see you later.
He
needs another minute.
How's the shop?
Good. Yeah.
Always
just chugging away.
I saw you got a bunch more orders making their way out after the show today?
Yeah. I didn't want to leave them in the car because it's warm out there today.
Yeah, it's really hot. And,
the
AC is working overtime.
It's very nice.
Time.
Very nice.
Okay, one more guy to check in with. Uncle Brando.
I am so business. Oh my God, that was...
The floor is open to questions. What would you like to know about cornhole?
the hell are you talking about?
So,
It's like a backyard game.
yeah, with two
Yes,
boards.
it is that as well. Yes. Yes.
Two boards set up on an angle.
Why not?
Okay, with a hole in the middle.
Yep.
And you have beanbags. And you throw the beanbags up, and you want to land them in the cornhole.
It's still funny.
Yeah.
It's
And
still
you know what I just realized? You are the reason why nobody will call it cornhole in this province. You go to any campsite, and people will have their cornhole set up, and they'll say, hey, you want to come play some beanbag? And I'll look over like, nope, but cornhole looks fun.
Yeah, me and
You're
my
like,
family,
"Ah,
we're all
you can't call it
cornholing each
that."
other.
Yeah.
It's so good. Cornholed my
This is
son the
reason.
other day.
People-
It was awesome.
People can't take it
Oh,
seriously.
that's messed up, dude.
And then
Why
when you
you
get in
doing
arguments, then you show them Cornhole Pro Tour. Like, this is what we're talking about. And they're like, well, no, it should be beanbag. Well, it's not. The people that invented it call it this. So maybe get it together. I've never defended something so much as I defend
I'm
cornhole.
glad you are defending it, though. I
Someone
like the
has
name.
to. Everyone just like, oh, yeah, beanbag. It's like, no, beanbags, man, you can do anything with beanbags.
Oh.
It doesn't have that.
I mean, if the
Oh.
beanbags were full of corn, then maybe I would
Maybe that's
take
how it
more
started.
I'm
seriously.
assuming that's probably how it started.
You know, it's either that or they threw corn cobs into the cornhole.
Oh.
Yep, throwing that cob into the hole. That makes it better. I'll tell you.
We're gonna lose him again. I know it. I just know it's gonna happen. Got to keep it together. Let's keep the wheels on the road here.
We're good. We're good.
We're
We're on
good.
rails, baby. We're chugging
are.
along. That's what we're doing.
Okay, how are you doing?
I am fantastic. It's a beautiful day. We did some streaming earlier today, Shining
Yeah,
Force
hold
3.
on. I'm gonna pop it up so you can promo it early
cool.
because we had a really good one. Go ahead.
We had a fantastic Twitch stream today. We've got a really exciting one coming up this Friday where we're going to get some of the CCO boys together. We're going to do
We're on
an
the move.
all-out GameCube brawl from Brando's house.
We're on location.
Oh.
So if you've ever been curious what my couch looks like, you
Yeah,
can
dog.
see it on the Twitch stream.
And Big Earth.
And Brig Urs will be there as well. I can
amazing.
guarantee you she will make an appearance on the
You
Twitch
think
stream
Marge
as well.
is cute, boys? You should meet Big Earth. Oh,
She's a reformed gang member.
Okay, that's always good
Yep.
to see
So
people
she's
come out the other side.
She's got like a couple of addictions and a nunchuck problem, but you know what? She does her best. She
She's a
tries.
big-
her.
she's a
That's,
big
all,
girl,
that's all
too.
you can ask
Yeah,
for.
so as long as I can get 3 people into my house without her taking any of them out, we're gonna
Good.
play some Smash Brothers
smash
Brawl.
it. Yeah, don't tell Fino. He's gonna be so upset. I guess he can't make it anyway. He's got a
Yeah,
Rattlers
that's why.
game.
That's why I'm
it's
saying it
happening,
because I know he's gonna be
Gonna
sad.
rub it in.
And let me hit you with this. While
Okay.
the Twitch stream might still be
Yes.
up, but the promo's the thing. I'm gonna get to inflating that right away.
Okay.
So Phenom's a hand,
Yes.
and then when he hits like his little kid stage, toddler stage, he gets a wrist.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And he gets into like the terrible twos. He's like half of a forearm.
With
Once
ya.
he hits a teenager, he gets an elbow. So like, how far does it go? Like, does it stop at shoulder? And does like his hand, like, does the hand just drag the arm around like a tail, or does eventually the elbow articulate so it can move like a worm? Like, how does that work?
We've never dealt with this situation before. I have no previous experience with hands being,
Right? This is like
Sentient.
this is a real like a parent
I
situation.
think there's
right?
a few options. Either one, Inspector Gadget, Dr. Claw's
Yeah.
hand or whatever.
Go
Like
Gadget Claw.
that might be the end game. But I'm also thinking maybe like Krang's body, from Ninja Turtles, like could be something
Yeah,
like that.
I like
That's just
that.
what I imagine.
You know
like
what?
that
I
lots.
bet you we can get a Krang impression out of Uncle Brando here if we ask nicely. Can you do a Krang?
Krang?
Because
Hang on.
they're like Ultros.
Hang on. Just
It's gonna be good.
I gotta get it. Hang on.
we go.
Where's my body? You promised me a body since I came here from Dimension X.
That was pretty good.
That's
That
From
is-
what I remember.
The reason I bring that up is because that's what we do when we play Final Fantasy VI. It's not just you're playing the game. It's performance art. We perform all these voices, and so I've been learning about his vocal range.
Those
And it's wild.
cheek puffs were really helping.
You got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a character in Final Fantasy VI named Ultros, who is basically like a Krang.
Yeah.
So I thought we could get there pretty easy.
The Phenom does that one though.
Yes, he does. No, I know, but
He's
I've heard you do it. Yeah.
Like this. Into the mic.
That's it.
Yep.
That's how he talks.
Yep.
You gonna pop this one?
Oh yeah.
Pump, pump, pump. And everybody say, see you later, graphic.
Go on, get.
Twitch.tv/Dufferin Ave Media. I think, did we even get a new subscriber? I think I saw so. There was all sorts of action going on the screen while we were playing Shining Force 3.
Yeah, we had some new subscribers. We had
pretty
some
cool.
people cash in the what's that? The channel points.
Something.
And
Yeah,
stuff?
we forgot
What,
to tell
what do
Phenom.
you get with the channel points?
The way
Rises.
the
Sweet.
way it's been explained to me is the longer you watch, you like accumulate channel points, and you can cash them in to like get us to do stuff.
Okay, yeah.
This
Brando
one was
did the
like
Brando
on-screen
dance.
celebration, so
Yeah.
we did a little dance, and it was fun. I
The
don't
Brando
know,
dance was awesome. He
I
does
don't
a
know who
great
set that
dance.
up, but I did it. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's a great time. Come hang out with us. It's
yeah,
a good time.
that's
And
it.
I personally also have been doing very, very well. I've been really enjoying the summer, and things are going well. My garden is also doing
Just gonna
pretty
ask
good.
about your garden. You were bragging about it earlier. Welcome to Garden Talk. Here we go.
We will do the all out of Ants pepper tasting. I have a
Yes,
really,
yeah.
really good feeling because 3 of my 6 plants have actual fruit growing on them. One of them has an actual edible fruit on it now. I could pick it and I could bring it in. And the other 3, they're really, really hot ones. They all have buds and like the things, so we will have fruit on there eventually, very, very soon. My tomatoes all have stuff growing on them, which is cool because
Just the flowers, right? Or
no, we got real fruit, like real,
Really?
actual plants
No
growing on my
way.
stuff. Yeah,
Is that early? You sound
well,
surprised.
but we don't. We just have the flowers right now. I haven't seen
And
on,
we
on
all-
our, on our tomatoes.
We all look at Uncle Mike.
Yeah.
to get reassured. So
Lots of variables here. Lots of variables.
One person's a better gardener than the other. It's the main
That's
one.
the main
We're all
variable.
the same, guys. Everyone can do it.
But obviously, variety, time of planting, environmental conditions, how much you talk to it, what kind of music are you playing?
Slayer.
No, just kidding.
We are absolutely
but-
talking to our tomatoes.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Oh, yeah.
Every morning I go and I'm watering them and I like have a little conversation, like,
Yeah.
"Oh, you guys are doing so good." And I make sure that they know that they're doing really
Give them
well.
that positivity.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
We
I
do,
assume
shake-
that works. That actually.
They'd say
Function?
like plants are sentient beings, like that
Yeah,
they
so-
respond to much of the same things that we respond to.
So I try and give them as much positive energy as I can. Because I'm
Yep.
really proud of them this year, and I think this is going to be my best harvest yet. And I always tell them that. I always make sure that they know that I'm very proud of them.
Honestly,
So-
if you have the capacity, it has been scientifically proven, like it's classical music.
Oh shit.
I love classical, man. You know, give me
just-
that
I don't know
Rachmaninoff,
if your
baby.
neighbors might be choked at 2 a.m. when there's some Beethoven playing, but-
Honestly, it kind of seems like a them problem.
yeah, I guess, right?
Who's gonna get mad at like some Rossini just pumping out the windows? Hey, like that's the shit right there.
Not Sibelius.
I feel like if you get it close
Familiar.
enough to the plant, you don't have to blast it real loud.
That's true,
You
yeah.
know, like you could play it like a reasonable level during the day, and they're like all the plants would be chilling out, right?
You just have to be careful. I've done that in the past when I with some indoor stuff, and you put it on like I didn't have CDs or a collection of classical music, so I put it on a radio. But then the
Love that
radio programming would change. So you'd go to bed with like, oh, this is great, classical music, and then you wake up and it's something totally different. It's like, oh my God! did
You
I
got a
just-
bunch of hick hop playing.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, did I just fry my tomatoes with some?
They've been listening
Brain
to political news
melting.
talk all day long, and they're just
so angry.
they're all
Yeah.
pissed off.
I didn't get any fruits. I don't know.
Oh, you guys. I just want to start singing radio, 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 radio. Like, that's a banger of a song.
Music.
I got a place to go. Do you have, totally change the subjects here real quick before we get right back into gardening, because I have a gardening question that has been sent in for Uncle Mike.
Oh dang!
The NoFX, and we talked about NoFX Rancid crossover. Those was BYOs or something like that. They're like special things where the bands cover each other's songs, and a NoFX version of radio where they like reggae it down.
Oh, sweet.
So
I've
good.
never heard that.
Oh man, they're amazing. And then it's one of those rare times where both bands did the other songs almost better. Like we won't another time.
That's
That'll be a
another
very good
time
one. But
for
we'll
it.
get into that because that's awesome. Royal Anders, you guys.
Oh.
My sweet Royal Anders, he texts me saying, "I'm so sorry. I'm looking." He's got a diary. I don't know if I should be telling people that. He says, "I'm looking at my diary." You think that's just British for schedule?
I would
Probably,
think so.
probably.
Yeah.
See, dear diary, I have 4 appointments today.
That's tops.
He's gonna mix the next 3 Tuesdays.
What?
I know,
That's outrageous.
but it's okay because his dad is coming over from Britain.
Okay.
And he's coming over on Friday, so they're getting ready for that. Then they go to Calgary with the family. He's super bummed out, but pumped to see his dad. I'm just reading everything here, apparently, so that's okay. He did say, damn, I was wanting to ask Uncle Mike about my potatoes, too. And I said, well,
Okay.
we do have the ability to pass that along. And he says, I came back from the lake and my potatoes are massive. I need to start hilling them? What's hilling mean?
Correct. You just hill up the soil around them.
Exactly what it sounds like. Okay.
Because we got all that rain and
Yeah.
He was just wanting some tips and or advice on hilling his potatoes.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
And he sent a picture too. Look at this big old thing.
Oh, dang.
Chaos. Yeah, so
Yeah.
For those of the people watching that can't
Yeah.
see, it's a significant potato plant.
very impressive. What do you gotta do to hill potatoes, bro?
I mean, basically, just I guess as it's maybe it's not self-explanatory, but yeah, just gather the
That
soil from
motion is
around
exactly
it. Yeah,
it.
you hill up the soil because essentially all those little leaves will turn into roots and potatoes, and so the more you can hill, the more volume of plant you have underneath the soil, the more potential potatoes you
We
have.
had to add a bit of soil because we just didn't have
That's kind of where I'm at. It's like I kind of used what I had, and it's like, ugh,
Not
I
quite
don't have enough.
Not
I
in
either
dirt.
got to bring in some compost
That was
or some.
another thing we had did, like, because ours were getting so massive, we ended up just, putting up some stakes and kind of, like, holding them up with some twine or whatever,
yeah.
just so, like, all the plants weren't flopped over.
Yeah, yeah.
So, with that in mind, my amazing neighbor Don over on this side here, he gave me a bag full of potatoes. They were really nice, good, like special potatoes, and I put them into my crisper thingy in the fridge, and that was about a year and a month ago.
Yep.
And I've left them in there because I figured it's kind of fun to have a fridge where you can just grow stuff. So I've been scared for about the last 4 months to open that drawer.
Okay.
What should I expect if or when I ever do open that drawer?
You might expect.
Will I have extra
some-
potatoes? Because I heard they grow. They duplicate sometimes.
Well, not quite, but they'll send out shoots. So it's called chitting a potato. So
course.
like all my potatoes that we didn't eat from last year, I keep them in the cold storage, and then basically it's like a timing thing. They start chitting out, and they put out little sprouts. And
Holy
then so you
shit.
can take one potato and cut it into like 4 or 8 or 5 pieces or whatever, and then
plant
as long
those.
as it has like an eye on it, or in this case a sprout, then you can plant that one. So you probably don't have more potatoes, but you probably have some
Whole
seed
bunch.
potatoes. It's been that long,
Yeah.
you might just have mush potatoes.
Would they be liquid potatoes?
They might
sort
be.
of like a cold mash.
They might be.
Interesting.
I wouldn't suggest eating them.
Yeah. I
Get
feel
it
like
a slurry.
I feel like I let my neighbor Don down by not enjoying those things, but it's like I didn't even have anything to put him in to cook them.
I feel like potatoes are that way. Either we'll like have potatoes, 5 times in a week, or we won't have it for like 4 months.
Yeah. Well, and I cut down, like last year, I think I did 3 rows of potatoes. And I mean, it was great. Like, but we don't eat tons of potatoes, but for a whole year, we didn't have to buy potatoes. And then
That's
I
it.
didn't have to buy seed potatoes.
Save that money,
and then
baby.
I gave away some seed potatoes because I had more. But it was like, I don't eat that many potatoes.
That's fair.
So I reduced my potato. Now it's like, now there's still 2 rows. And I'm like, that's still going to be.
I'm a little bit
Shit ton of
scared to open
potatoes.
up that drawer now.
I'll help you. I'll do it with you.
Yeah, you can put it in the fridge.
toss
New
it.
fridge. Yeah.
We'll see how that
Okay.
all goes. It is the Tuesday edition of your show, the All That Angst Boys, in the house as we talk gardening and so much more. We got some things we want to get into. First and foremost, you, my friend, are preparing for yet another show.
Yes,
Trip.
this is
Hold on.
Prague Storm in Montreal, and so this is going to be a really cool festival. But the thing is, I'm really good at practicing and being prepared, like with the music and having that down. But I put no effort into like with Erin's help, I've got a flight booked. But other than that, she's like, "How are you getting picked up from the airport? Where are you guys staying? Do you have hotels?" I'm like, "Yeah, we probably do." And I'm assuming someone
Somebody else is
probably
taking
is.
care of it, of course.
But like, I don't know why. I
Yeah.
just refuse to like do any preparation. I don't know why, but I just can't do it.
I call those responsibles.
Yeah.
I'm horrible with responsibles.
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
think
it's hard.
the issue is once you latch onto someone like I've got Erin now.
She can do the
like,
responsible.
it's like
She's the expert.
I
That's a
don't
good
know.
laugh. I like that.
Yeah,
That's a good laugh right there.
Anyways, I just had something in my
Yeah. Yeah.
but yeah, no.
bugs.
So it was fun. Like this morning, we were out back, and I was just running through the N2 songs. Just I play them on my phone, and then I just like acoustically play along or whatever, just because
Man, that's what Noel did all the time.
Yeah.
I just sit there and he'd just acoustically rip.
Yeah, so that was just awesome. But I guess one bad thing to come out of that, because we were out back and we've been enjoying everything with the backyard, but we've had a crow setback. So the issue is we've been setting our stuff up, like the peanuts on the,
Yeah,
the fence,
all the treats.
and we got to the point where Aaron was coming out and they were like calling at her, and it was like it's all coming together,
That's
this
right.
plan.
The plan
And
is
then
here.
we've got a squirrel that's been coming by, and now we're kind of like we're taking a step back because we don't want to have like rodent issues.
Right.
So like now we're kind of figuring out how can we still coax them in without like bribing them, and
I thought you were gonna feed him the squirrel. You were worried about the squirrel guy.
And the thing is, the squirrel's cute, but it's just like we wanted the crows. That's who we're going for. So
That's fair.
we've got enough friends, squirrel. We don't need you.
I'll take the squirrel, man. Actually, Marge probably would not like a squirrel. She chases squirrels a lot.
So yeah, that's the setback as far as like the house stuff going. As far as like we still want to be friends with the crows, but it's probably like
it's attracting all the
yeah,
other
we don't
traffic,
want to
yeah.
really probably shouldn't do that. So I don't know.
That's going to be one we have to think about, hey? I'm going to find a creative way to power through that one.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. Just getting ready for that show, and I'm going to
very exciting.
Regina next weekend to do some jamming, and still I've been recording Untimely stuff every day whenever I get a chance. So
sir.
everything's coming along, but yeah, just the next big thing is going to be Montreal.
Get in it. Very excited. Speaking of big shows, and this will be sort of our first jump off here, the final show that everyone was talking about, the Sabbath show. Look, everyone looks like they're confused. Okay,
goodness,
I
yeah,
thought it was
no.
confusing. He was like, okay. An entire day dedicated to not just incredible, amazing bands, but super groups being formed on the spot. Lots of craziness coming out of the final show, including Ozzy's, like, dude, still being able to do it. Right?
Well, that's the thing. Is like obviously it's not the best you've ever heard Ozzy
not.
because his health isn't what it used to be. But there were points when he was falling into certain Sabbath songs where I'm like, that's Ozzy, and he's hitting some cool notes, and just the emotion and the way that he was like, everybody on my feed was like, I'm bawling right now, like they're literally crying. He had all of my metalhead friends crying because he's just. We realized we grew up with this guy. He inspired all of our heroes, and it's just such a beautiful thing they did. I like how they brought in Jason Momoa to do the emceeing or whatever, and before Pantera played, he crushed a beer and went into the pit, and that was pretty cool.
Doing his thing.
I would say the one standout for me. I haven't seen it all. I've just been watching.
I haven't seen like anything except clips. I'm the same.
Yeah, I've been watching clips because I didn't purchase the live feed.
Well,
but
they were selling it.
yeah, and it did go to like charities. Like there's three charities.
I assumed as much because you got a lot of guys there that don't need money.
No, and I don't think anyone. And I think there were some big bands that didn't make it on the show because they wanted to get paid. And Sharon said, this is for charity.
Good for them.
But yeah, the one standout, Jack Black with who was it? Tom Morello's kid and a couple of the Ian from Anthrax, Scott Ian.
Yes.
So their kids were in a band with him, kind of doing a School of Rock thing.
That's kind of
And
cool.
they did Mr. Crowley.
Dun, dun, dun.
I thought out of all the performances, it might have been the best version of an old Ozzy. I thought he did better than anyone. He just did such a good job, and so did the kids did a good job playing the music. But to do that bulldog old Ozzy, I thought Jack Black did a really good job, and it was awesome.
It's so rare to see that diverse of a mix, hey? To have like a celebration, and sure you're gonna have bands, sure you're gonna have musicians, but you got actors and you got all these other people coming from all these different things coming together. It just shows, like you said, the importance that Ozzy has in the place of music.
And one cool thing I thought with that was because Axl Rose and Slash, Guns N' Roses, they did some stuff, and Ozzy
pull up that lineup.
Ozzy had got a photo with Axl Rose, and he had never met him, and he was like almost fanboying on Axl Rose, which I thought, like Ozzy Osbourne fanboying, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good. Did you guys see any clips of this at all?
I did see some clips on the socials.
What'd you think?
Yeah, honestly, I hadn't even heard of it, so I kind of woke
I
up
was in
to
the same
like
spot,
seeing some stuff. I'm like, what is this? Like
Crazy.
I saw Travis Barker playing.
That was cool, yeah.
Yeah, and I was just like, what? Like, where did this come from? And then I kind of, you go down the rabbit hole. It's like, oh, okay, cool. And last.
Like a last hurrah, a send off.
Yeah, I caught Ozzy thinking, "Mommy, I'm coming home," and of course, they're showing the crowd, and everyone's just.
Yeah, that one was probably the
bawling
biggest
and for sure.
tearjerker.
Yeah, so I got something here. We got Mastodon
Yeah.
kicked it off.
Whoa.
Oh, I hate ads. Why does everything... Hey, shout out to this network for not having ads that pop up during your videos. Gotta love that. Mastodon in the house. Playing a bunch of songs. So were they playing their own songs and covers?
So
Is that what's
everyone
happening?
kind of did like one of their songs, like Metallica played, and they
Okay.
did their songs, and then they would do either
cover,
Ozzy
and then
or
another
a
one their
Black
own. That's what I'm
Sabbath one.
saying.
Yeah.
Okay, then Rival Sons. What the heck are the Rival Sons doing there?
That one's a kind of out of left field.
Hey?
I don't know. And again, that would be pretty tough if you're a band like Rival Sons playing for Ozzy Osbourne's fans.
Yeah.
I know, what's his name, the Disturbed singer. I feel like he got booed a little bit, which is I always hate when that stuff happens.
Especially when it's for charity, man.
Well,
Like,
I know.
You're
and
coming together for a good
it's
cause.
such a beautiful. It was kind of like it seemed like a family event. Like
But I guess those people still paid for the ticket.
yeah,
Right?
that's-
But I still paid.
So
So
yeah,
yeah,
that's
let's go
your-
to
that's
charity.
your
It's like,
right
well, I
to
can
play,
still
yeah.
boo if I want to.
Yeah, boo
There
if
you
you
go.
want to. And I mean, it's not like the guy's not talented. It's just
it's not-
That's why we have no politics, no religion, boys. We're doing it right here. Anthrax, speaking of the
Hell
great
yeah.
Scott Ian, they did Into the Void.
Yep.
So it's telling me now what covers they did too. So Anthrax did some Into the Void. Hailstorm, here we
And
go,
I haven't
Lizzie.
seen that
Hail.
performance, but I heard it was awesome.
Hailstorm did Perry Mason.
Great
So
song.
there you go. Oh, Lamb of God. Log, Children of the Grave was their cover. Not too many Lamb of God fans out here, eh? No one likes Philadelphia. I love that.
I like
Live
Lamb of
album,
God.
yeah.
Like,
Did I ever
when-
tell this story? I almost
tough
got in a
crowd
fight
here.
with Lamb of God. Did I ever tell you about that?
I'm so
I was
excited
walk-
for this.
I was walking to a bar with my girlfriend at the time and one of her friends, and these two guys walked by, and they kind of looked like I don't want to say look like fat bearded douches, but here we are, and they gave the old like to my girlfriend. I was like, "What the hell's the matter with you?"
Yeah, that's a power
Disgusting.
move. That's a power
Like
move.
it's-
Establishing dominance.
It's 5 o'clock in the afternoon in downtown Sat. What are you doing? Like, you want to fight about it? And he was like, "No, I got places to be, man. I got time to fight with you." And I was like, "Fuck, yeah, good. We got a show to get to later. I hope I don't see you there." And then he was on the stage later, fucking playing the guitar. I was like, "Oh shit, I almost got in a fight with that guy."
What a story that would have been.
Yeah, that would have.
That brings us to our first super group. Lizzie Hale, David Draymond, Whitfield Crane, Youngblood, Jake E. Lee,
Yep.
Mike Borden, David Elfson, Adam Wakeman, Nuno Betancourt. I know him.
Yep.
Thanks to Noel. Noel introduced me all these guys. Scott Ian, Frank Bello.
You know
Steve Token
Jake E.
too.
Lee from
Would I?
Bark of the Moon. He wrote Bark of the Moon.
Lots of I'm horrible with names. They did Ultimate Sin, Shot in the Dark, Sweet Leaf, Believer, and Changes. So that was your first super group of the day, right there.
So just 18 people on the stage all at once. Like,
Literally, yeah.
Man.
That's what they did.
It
There's
was a
lots
pretty
of
big
videos.
stage. When you're playing a soccer stadium, you got the room.
That's the
Oh,
truth.
My God, I'm gonna lose it on this frickin' thing. It
I
just
could-
refreshed
just-
back to the top.
Just
Isn't
the
that nice?
the scroll, like you're
Yeah.
swiping past
Yeah.
all these ads, and it says
Yeah.
Anthrax. Scroll, 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 scroll,
Then it's
scroll,
right
scroll.
there
Hailstorm,
again.
god
Yeah.
damn.
Oh, God, this could take forever. Then Jack Black was up with that Mr. Crowley.
And that-
Revel, Ian, and Roman Morello. So those are the kids. School of Rock and Alice in Chains.
Yeah, that was good.
Did some Wood and Man in the Box. Love those songs. And then Fairies Wear Boots.
Great song.
There you go.
Great song. Oh my goodness.
Oh, Gojira.
There we go.
Love Gojira. Under the Sun was their cover. Shout out to French metal. Remember they played the Olympics?
Yeah,
Yes.
that was one of the most epic performances.
I was literally walking through the house, and I was like, I had it on the background, and I was like, dude, that sounds like Gojira. Where's that coming from? And then I look at the TV, I'm like, come on.
You're playing in a castle.
And not at the
Yeah.
Olympics? What?
That was crazy stuff. Then you got your second super group. You ready for this? Billy Corgan, Sammy Hagar, Papa V Perpetua. Maybe it sounds like someone from Ghost, possibly.
Oh yeah.
Steven Tyler, Tom Morello, Nuno Betancourt again, Rudy Sarzo, Travis Barker, Chad Smith, Danny Carey, KK Downing, Adam Jones, Adam Wakeman, Vernon Reed, Ron Wood, and Andrew Watt. They played a bunch of songs.
Yowza.
So that's
Yeah,
another
we had
super
three
group for you.
drummers in that.
Yeah.
You
I
must,
think,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, it was cool.
And then
Did you
in-
see that?
That was one of the
Yeah,
clips
yeah.
that
I'm going to try to get
saw.
through this before it resets me again, because I hate the internet. Pantera,
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Planet Caravan, and Electric Funeral. And it reset. It hurt me. It hurt. Damn you, internet!
Just kidding. We're
Scroll
sorry,
down.
internet.
Yeah.
We're sorry, internet.
Unbelievable. It's
The
not
Bido
like we
Empire,
need you
all
to
hail.
live, hey? Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so now where are we, you guys? We're back to there. This is just going to be horrible TV. So, actually, okay, hold on. And now it just says a problem reportedly occurred, and we crashed.
Yeah, we'll just have to go with
So
our-
there you go.
we're
That's
gonna
a
have to
little
just use our-
taste of the festival and how it all went. Webpage crashed. Thanks you for letting me know, Mr. Phone.
What's his name from Slipknot proposed to Kelly Osbourne?
Corey
backstage? One of them had been dating her.
Okay.
Not Corey Taylor.
That's the only one I know, too.
That's the one I know.
Yeah.
Long nose guy?
It might be long nose guy.
Fat
Yeah.
clown guy? Spike head guy. Like, I don't know any of their names. I know Corey Taylor. And the
Somewhere between long nose guy and fat clown. I don't know.
zipper mouth
Alright.
guy. Like, who are these people?
While we think about that, let's just open this up. I'm going to get a live read in as we've already reached the halfway point, and it feels like we just sat down.
Oh, wow.
You know? Isn't that something? Crazy.
That's crazy.
That's what happens on the All
Crazy.
podcast for the show and for live reads about Mobley. Why work with him today? That's a great question. Let's
Do
find
tell.
out. I'm excited. Well, if you're looking to buy a home, that's a good start. He's got your back. That's why. He's got your back, bro. Mobley Rente with TMG The Mortgage Group works with multiple lenders to find the best financing options, even if you're self-employed, have non-traditional income, or face credit challenges. The big three right here. His services are completely free, and he is here for you from pre-approval to closing and beyond. Whether you need refinancing, a mortgage renewal, or just expert advice down the road, he'll always be here to help. That's our guy, Mobley Rente. Mortgages made simple. Give him a call or text him anytime. 306-370-5804. Hit up my main man, Mobley. If you like that, if you feel like one of those live reads would be great for your business, maybe say for your charity or organization or an event you have coming up, any of those things, it's real easy. We have become the voice of this city. We are hyper local. We are where you get the word out. Help us help you. We even have a song. Are we going to sing it? This is the day. I tell everyone else. Every day when I do this, I tell everyone else, like, that was pretty good, but you can't touch the Tuesday, bro. The Tuesday, everyone gets into it. We have a lot of fun. Sometimes I don't even have to sing it. I'll start and then I'll just stop because you guys take it away. And now here comes the proof. Just send an email to 123 4.
Contact@dufferinav.com.
Yeah.
That is the email. This is the theme song.
See what I'm talking about? That's what I'm saying. That is a great, great sing-along right there. And then we throw it at Brando's face because it's like he can catch it with his face on 3, 1, 2, 3. Look out! There. Oh, that was perfect. Dude, you must.
My
don't do it.
cornhole.
Do not start him. No. You guys, we need him.
No, I hit
Okay?
my face hole, not my cornhole.
There it is. It looks like you've taken chair shots before. That was very real. Or super kicks. More of a super kick. We
both
should
of
make the
those
sound.
things.
Let's make the sound for this. We also got a website from Royal Anders. Apparently, he gave me a list of all the stuff I got to do to get to him so we can update the website with all of our new shows. I think we have 5 new shows since, maybe 6 since the website has been last updated.
Dang.
So we're going to get into that. This is the website right there, duffinav.com. Just like the email, minus the contact and the @ sign. Brando, are you going to be able to make the super kick sound for this hitting your face?
I'm going to try.
All right, here we go. On 3, everybody. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah, got him good. I don't like how we got to see the magic. You used the wrong. You used the wrong arm. You had to use the other one. We saw it. We saw the gimmick.
Well, yeah, but
I know. We're working on it. We're working on it. We're working on it.
Everyone
We
knows
already did the Twitch stream, but we're gonna do it again.
Oh, shit.
Twitch.tv/Dufferin Ave Media. Friday night, you're going to be on location at Uncle Brando's Mikasa? Sukasa. I wasn't even close. So check that out one more time. Twitch.tv/Dufferin Ave Media, the place. I'm looking for 5 pumps, Brando, and then we're sending it. Look at that. Perfect. That's all I got right there. That's all I got. All right. As we have somehow filled up 3/4 of a show with talking about gardens and cornhole. I think it's time we finish strong here as Uncle Brando has been testing out a question on a bunch of his buddies. And I thought it'd be good for us to sort of take a look at it and see if we have any feedback on said question. Take it away, Uncle Brando.
Quick backstory. So, recently last week, I realized that in spite of owning a copy of Final Fantasy X for the PlayStation 2, since release day, I have never played it. But like, I know the ending, I know the twist, I know the characters, I know the mechanics, I know how the game works. I can speak to you intelligently about this game in spite of the fact that I've never played it. And so I've been kind of testing around, like, people have movies, they have songs, they have games, they have places maybe. They've never been, never seen, never watched, never played. But they have this intrinsic memory where they know so much about it before somebody comes up and says, hey, have you ever seen Fight Club? And you might have never watched that movie, but you know everything about it because so many people talked about it. And so I've been kind of throwing it out there. And Aaron and Matt and Uncle Mike, do you guys have like a movie or a game or anything where it's like you've never actually seen it, but you feel like maybe you have?
Never start with Uncle Mike because he needs a lot of time to think about
A lot of time for
Yeah,
processing.
you can
over
wait
here.
then. We'll go to Matt from all the bands.
Well, there's still, I can say one that I sort of half did. Borderlands 3, also known as Borderlands 4, but they had the pre-sequel, so it got in the way. I ordered the game, pre-order, with all of the add-ons, all the extras.
Sure.
Spent about $120 on it.
Yep.
Back when I had a job and money to spend. Well, didn't have the money to spend. But back when I said, screw it, I love this franchise so much, I'm going to buy this whole package.
Yep.
And I think I looked at it the other day, and I think I played 3 hours total, and none of the downloads, none of the add-ons, none of the extras.
Oh, wow.
The other side of it is I don't know anything about the game. So I don't really have that, but I do have that title of being a dumbass and getting all in on this thing and then just leaving it forever.
Oh.
So it's sort of like a reverse of what you're saying, but I'm just trying to kill time until Matt can get something or Mike can get something.
I would say for me, there's I was received. This would have been for my birthday show, the one that you
It
had
was
we
so
had
fun.
played together,
So
and
fun.
I had received the new Metallica album at the time on vinyl, 72 Seasons, and unfortunately, it's still in the. I haven't found the time to put I don't know. Not that I'm for or against new Metallica, but when I play Metallica, because obviously definitely me. I've listened to all those albums so many times. It's rare that I put Metallica on because you kind of have it memorized, and the new stuff doesn't hit at home. So I would say that's one where I'm familiar with the songs because I've heard some of them live, but I still haven't taken it out of the package. But I'm also like Gary, where I'm the opposite. I'll watch all of these movies, and I've watched them a million times, and I'll say to Erin, like, I haven't seen that, and she's like, no, we watched that 2 months ago. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, we did watch
in a
that.
reverse situation.
Yeah, I think that the thing is I do passively play guitar and watch, so I'm multitasking, but I don't think I'm very good at multitasking. That's the issue.
It's not osmosing like it should.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm literally just playing guitar and kind of staring, but
Not as malty as you were hoping. It's more singular.
yeah, that is what happens. Like, for example, like Lethal Weapon, with be-do-do, those riffs,
Playing along
I'll
to
end
it.
up just playing
I can
along,
only
learning
imagine.
them.
Do you play the entire Home Alone soundtrack then?
I would. That's a movie that I'm just like, oh my god, I can't. The old man.
Here comes the blowtorch. Here it comes.
Yeah.
Look out here. Look out, Martin.
Yeah,
Wet
I would
Bandits,
say that
Sticky
that's one that
Bandits, yeah.
I'm pretty. That and the movie Twister, I can't look away.
Twister.
Twister, I love it.
The only thing I know about the movie Twister, and I've seen it, I know I've seen it, is
Great
cow. My dad always drops the line whenever we're driving anywhere. There's a cow. He goes, cow.
Have you seen the new? There's a new Twister.
So
Twister
it's
is right.
I think it is. Like
Really?
it's never going to be as good as.
Right, for sure.
Yeah, you can't walk in with those expectations.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I thought it was good, and it's kind of more like a rebel country soundtrack, where the original one was like Deep Purple and all these cool bands.
Right.
But no, I would give it 2 thumbs, not way
dang.
up, but 2 thumbs.
Okay. And so was it
Sounds
like
like
was it
four
meant to be a
tornadoes.
remake, or was it meant to? No, it was its own thing. Okay.
Well, that's a little bit better. God, I
Okay.
hate remixing. I'm so sick of everything being remade. Nobody has creativity anymore. Everyone's like, let's just remake this. Let's just remake He-Man and then kill him right off the start. It'll be awesome. Like, come on, guys.
Requels is what those are called. Where they remake the movie, but it's technically a sequel, but it's the same movie.
So dumb. Like,
Yeah.
just
That's
get
the
back
term
to
for it.
creating. Just create. Don't copy. Uncle Mike, anything? Still hurting? I thought of another one.
tough
If you need some more time. It is.
Yeah, I did. I mean, I guess like the video game Fortnite.
Hey,
Where
here we go. I love Fortnite.
and I guess to be totally honest, now I've still never played it, but I've like seen it physically because my son
Yeah.
plays it now. But like for years prior, there was friggin' dances, and you'd see dances
Oh,
on the
God.
YouTube, and like, what the hell
How
is
happy
this
are we that
skibbity,
those
and
trends
this is
died out?
doody-da?
Yeah.
And I never, and like, what is it? Like, you parachute in on this thing? Like,
Yeah.
I didn't know, where did this come from? How did it gain so much popularity so fast? How did I not hear about it or see it? And it was like taking the world by storm.
Literally.
And then my son kind of became of age, and then he got it. I don't know if he plays it all that much though, but so I guess I did technically see it. I didn't really feel like I was missing out on anything because I'm not a big
It is
video
really
game
fun.
guy.
I know you're not a
but
video game guy. That goes all. I can vouch for you since you were a kid. You're never in a video game guy.
Dude, I tried. Like, I lived with a guy for years, a roommate, and this is when like Halo was big, and so he would sit, you know, with it, and they'd play online or whatever. And he'd say, "Well, just grab a controller. I'll dial you in or whatever." And I do not have the shit to keep going. There's too much going on.
You can run a shop and a garden and a house and a family, but you can't figure out how to shoot
No,
in Halo.
I just like run in circles, shooting.
Am I playing? Am I
That's like-
playing?
yeah. Did I hit that guy? It's like, dude, you're in a corner. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, that's me?
That's me. I
Oh,
thought I was
okay.
that
I thought I was the other guy, you know?
Hell yeah. Uncle Brando, you got amped up for Fortnite. What's going on?
Yeah.
Fortnite, actually, number one answer that I got when I was
Really?
at Magic last Thursday. So many, like basically all of my friends that were playing there who have kids all said that. Yeah, you know, you watch TikTok and there's these kids doing dances,
Right.
and it's like, what the hell is it? Oh, it's Fortnite. And it's like, well, I know all the Fortnite characters, and I know who the tanks are. I know who the DPS are. I know who the healers are.
Yeah.
I don't. Gary knows what I'm talking about. Maybe you do out there. But like people know they know enough about the game that they can converse or listen to somebody talk about the game and know what's going on. But they've never sat down and spent any time to play it. And Fortnite was actually the one that was, like, I know all these goddamn dances. And I know the Eskimo lady, and I know the robot guy, and I know all this crap, and I don't know shit about the game. It's not even installed on my PlayStation.
Yeah.
But damn it, I know there's so much information about it in my head.
And I gotta tell you, like I was at the point where everyone was playing Fortnite, and I was like, okay, well, shout out to the Abyss, my main man Amory, the greatest rapper on earth. His kid was into it. And he's like, yeah, man, I started playing with him. You gotta play it. So like, all right, I'll play with you. And I got sucked into Fortnite. It's so fun. Before you knew it, him and I were just poning noobs all day. Like, it was the best time ever. We're living that
pardon
Fortnite
me?
life. What's that?
You were pardon me?
Poning noobs.
Oh.
Sorry, I was talking gamer talk. Poning noobs.
That's
means
like when you
you're beating up on-
cornhole somebody, but
Yeah.
digitally.
I thought it was porning
Okay, so
porning
that's-
nudes, and I'm like, what does that mean? This does not
That could be
sound like a
another one.
video.
Sounds like a pretty dirty game.
But yeah, so it's like I actually went as far as I started doing a segment at the old place on the radio about basically it was Fortnite language, like Fortnite lingo, and so we'd use terms that you hear your kids say while they're
Right.
playing. It's like, hey, yeah, go meet me over here in Jolly Flats or whatever the name of the place is, and we'll go, get a couple chugs and chug it up, and then we'll go and attack and all this stuff. And then I go on there and say, so basically what he's saying is let's meet in this spot, which is named this. There's a bunch of shield there you can drink to chug up, and then we can go and pwn some more noobs. And so that was sort of the thing. And as I was transcribing all that, I learned more and more about how ridiculous all of it is. And it took over the world. And kids were doing dances. It transcended. That was the thing about Fortnite, is all your pro athletes now, instead of going out and drinking and going to strip clubs and doing all the bad stuff that old athletes used to do, they all stay in their hotel rooms and play video games. So then you get all of these athletes and actors and all these people that are celebrities that your kids look up to. They're all playing Fortnite instead of going out and causing trouble. So then they are pushing it even more, and your kids are like, holy cow. And I believe it was free to play. That was the biggest thing, was it was free to play. So if you wanted to, you
Accessible.
could play it.
Yep.
But
With
then
a
comes
caveat.
in
With a caveat.
in-game purchasing, which is a whole other story for another day. But I will tell you, and that was my big thing with Fortnite. And same with Overwatch too, like loot boxes and all this stuff. I would ask, so if I put this skin on my character, does it give me any powers? Does my player get good in any way? No, it's just for
No.
looks. Like, well then I don't want it. And while I'm saying that, the Not Sons over here spending hundreds of dollars. I know everybody's bought Xbox cards for their kids. I need an Xbox card, or I need a Fortnite card to buy all these things. It's just for looks. It does nothing for you. And this kid spent thousands of dollars over a couple years on these stupid weapons and stuff that did nothing for you. It was all for looks.
I played League of Legends for a little while, which is a free-to-play game, much like that. And I'm of the mind where if you're going to play something that's free, that's well done, and you're going to play it lots and often, I think, like, I'll buy a skin, I'll buy a character, because, like, somebody worked really hard on this game, and I'm enjoying it, and these people who gave me something that
It's
I
like a
enjoy,
tip.
they
Like a
deserve
tip
to
to
get
the
paid.
gamers, yeah.
So
Okay, I can-
I'll buy something to turn my werewolf guy into a hyena guy. I'll do that. Like, yeah, it's $7, so my guy's yellow instead of black, but whatever. Like, I'm putting some dollars back into this thing that I
You
like.
can justify you've gotten hundreds of dollars worth of enjoyment out of it already. So yeah.
Exactly. So in that way, I understand it. But I think that, especially with the kids now, we're gonna sound like we're from the fucking
That's the
90s.
real- that's
we,
the
we
whole
are.
point, you know.
Like, it's,
I think
I was
that
about to go into defense mode. He's like, okay,
honestly, just the fact that you're paying for like stuff on this game is grinding my gears, and that's why like I've got nephews and stuff, and I know they
worst,
they want that stuff.
all they
And
want.
like honestly, I'm just like I've got Scottish heritage. I'm very cheap, and like the fact that I'm giving money, and it's just going
To nothing.
To nothing. It's just like I had to work at the dump to get that money, and now it's.
That's
No, but I was talking about Julian. Yeah.
one thing that I told Silas. Like, he was playing it, and it's like, you will not spend any. Like, I don't. I mean, it was a bit of a thing. It's like, what the hell is this game? Because yeah, there was like Snoop Dogg skins. Like, why are there all these like
They do perform.
people that
they do
we know?
concerts
Why are
inside
they
the
in this
game.
video
Yeah.
game? Right? It's like, and when it's all these like kids. And so, like, you will not spend money, like, because he was like, oh, it's like, you can buy stuff. It's like, I don't care. You're not going to freaking buy it.
Snoop
he
Dogg.
got a gift card from a friend for these V-Bucks.
That's
that
it.
he
That's
can
the
spend
devil
on
right
it.
there.
And so he
Yeah.
spent
V-Bucks
that.
are
It's
the
like,
devil.
and that at least, like, kind of,
Ease the tension.
yeah, I mean, he got to spend something. It wasn't his money. It was a
Yeah.
gift. And it's like, well, you can't spend it any other way, I guess. So you got to
That's it.
spend it.
Once you buy it, it has to go in there.
But
Those guys, those Snoop Dogs and like Bad Bunnies and all these guys, Travis Scott, they perform concerts inside the game where your avatar goes in and you can watch them perform. They have concerts within the damn
Is
game.
this like a live stream?
Yeah, they do
concert?
like a live stream
That's
concert
pretty-
in the game.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
that actually
that's,
is kind
that's
of
kind of cool.
That is kind
It is until, yeah, okay, we're not going to bash and bash and bash, but this whole thing, the whole dynamic, it's like crack to kids. Like, this is stuff where you will go to bed early because you can't fathom the concept that you're not allowed to play this game anymore. Your time is done at 10 o'clock. Like, and a perfect example of this, there was a kid who was hanging around, and as he was playing with the Knott's son, a new skin came up. He's like, oh, you got to get it. He's like, well, I'm not allowed to. I was like, damn right you're not allowed to. Like, good job. And the kid's like, don't worry, I know my mom's credit card number. Boom.
Oh.
Every number, including your important thing and all the stuff. And just like that. It's like, are you kidding me? This is what's, and he wasn't the only one. Like, you hear stories about
fact
kids
that
who
they-
get their parents' credit cards and spend thousands of dollars. And then they act like, oh, that was wrong. Like, oh, like, I legitimately am very confident in saying that Fortnite was one of the first things that contributed to the downfall of society as we are living in right now.
Wow.
It was the first taste
Yep.
of that drug.
Well, and honestly, that's why we were like, no, you're not getting this.
You're
and like,
smart.
he was,
That's what you have to do.
he was 13, I think, when he first started. Because it was
and
like,
then he goes
I
to
don't
school and
know.
everyone's talking about it and all
Well,
their
and that's-
parents allow them to do it,
and
so
this
why
is-
can't I?
Totally, and that was the big debate. It's like, well, my friends, and I
Yeah.
want to play with my friends. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, well,
Then
we'll
get a
check it out
job.
first, you know.
Get a
And-
job.
well, but it was free, right? Like, it was
It was
just
free.
for us. It was just like the simple fact of playing it. that
Oh,
we were
okay,
like,
yeah, yeah.
I don't friggin' know. Like,
You know,
you
I
just
know
walk
another.
around
I know
shooting
another
shit.
job that used to go like that, where the first taste is always free, and it seems to work out pretty good for those guys, and not so good for all the people that get that free taste. Drug addiction.
Yeah, you're talking about drugs, right?
dealers,
Okay,
drug,
yeah.
drug dealers. is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna
First taste is free, bro.
25-cent peeps or what do you
It's just digital drug dealing.
Yeah.
When you go to 7-Eleven and you try the 5-cent candy, and then they don't get mad at you because you're a kid, and then you're like, oh.
Oh man, we're gonna end on this story because this is really, really good. I have a conscience that's horrific, and it literally is part of the many debilitating things that I go through. But like I'm able to empathize with human beings all the way down to ants and non-sentient figures like studios and cameras. And
Oh,
I
hi,
can feel-
table. How are you
Exactly.
doing
And I
today?
can feel if I bump, like, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to do that. And with all of this talk and being in this, situation in this world that we're in, I remember way back, I was with a bunch of buddies, 7-Eleven in Sutherland.
Oh, that's right.
Right
look.
on, yeah.
I know
That
the
was
one.
a good one.
Yeah. And
Solid
it
sale.
was my ball player. Shout out to the Cardinals. Go Cards. We were all in there, and everyone dared each other to steal.
I stole
We're
from
gonna,
that
we're gonna
7-Eleven
steal.
too.
Everyone did.
Spice Girls cards or stickers, I think.
I think it was like a something tiny, like a 5. No, it wouldn't have been a 5. It was just something worth like at least $1. Maybe it was a pack of gum or
You know the
something.
best way to do it? Slurpee cup, put the shit in, and then
We're not
put the
teaching
Slurpee on
kids how
top.
to steal right now. This isn't that kind of show.
Oh, yeah.
But I had completed the steal, and everyone's like, I can't believe we got away with it. That's so awesome. And as everyone sort of went back to the place we were hanging out, I snuck back in and said, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to do this, and gave it back to him.
Good for you.
Good for you, man.
And
Good for you.
that was the second time. The first time, Avalon Mohawk. Shout out to Avalon. Shout out to Dufferin Ave, right? On my way home from school, I had stolen, again with a bunch of troublemakers, some candy. And that one took me a little longer. So the 7-Eleven was the second one because I knew I was going to feel bad.
Right.
The first time, it took me about half hour before it ate me alive, and I had to go back and apologize and tell them I was so sorry. And since then, it's like I can't do it. It's something. There's something in me that just doesn't allow me to do these things. And so when I see all these other people in the world that just have no issues with that, it always, to me, it's like, well, why aren't they like me? Why can't you guys understand this? And everyone's different, and there's no real lesson here. This is more of just an awareness thing. But if you have that same conscience like I do, God bless you, because we need a lot more of those people in this world. That's the statement. I just wanted to get that out there. I was going to get into all the stuff that we stole as kids, if you guys ever got into that. We got about 3 minutes.
At
Anyone
the
have any
7-Eleven
stories?
in Sutherland, I had I think it was the little coin that came off the end of like a Brad Naylor clip, if you want to call it that.
Oh, yeah.
These little, and you used to be able to punch a hole through it and put on a piece of dental floss, and you'd feed it into the arcade machine.
Oh, nice.
And
That's
you hit the machine
different,
for
though.
you.
That's not stealing. That's just gaming, bro.
And I used,
Technically
I used-
stealing.
I used
Come
to
on
play-
now. It's different, all right?
So I played King of Dragons at that 7-Eleven like every weekend for like a little bit, and I'd try and beat it with the dwarf because he's the worst. And 'cause it was free,
Yeah.
so I didn't have to get good. It's free.
That's it.
And I still wasn't very good at it, but that was my.
Yeah.
The main thing for me is I would get like a bag of like
ahead, Vito.
$3.50 worth of 5-cent candies, knowing that they're not going to count. Like that's too much.
Right.
So you take a few extra. I mean,
Oh,
like, it's
yeah.
only, it's
Stack
only
that bag, baby.
$3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was a time, too, believe it or not, where they would believe you. Eventually, too many people didn't. They'd have to dump the bag.
Yeah,
And
now-
again,
then they
no
made
one
the
society-
pre-measured cups, right?
Yeah.
It's like,
And then we start throwing them in the Slurpees.
Another 15-cent candies. I saw a guy. I used to live over by the Max on Lauren and Ruth,
Yeah.
and I remember one time I was in there buying one of those like Slurpees with the ice cream in it.
Oh, those are good.
And I was making my thing, and the dude was yelling at this guy. He's like, "You can't put Mars bars in the froster." And he's like, "No, you said any topping." He's like, "This isn't a topping. It's a chocolate
It's just
bar."
Chris Farley there, like, "No,
right?
you can't."
put it. You can't do it. It was very
Oh,
funny.
you guys. Frankie's playing. Just so
Oh,
you
I
know,
love
Frankie's
Frankie.
going. What a show. Kaser keeping score at home. We solved all the issues. We talked about gardening a lot. We talked about Ozzy's final show. We talked about stealing and why you shouldn't do it. We even talked about cornholing.
Oh shit.
Very much to Uncle Brando's happiness. As he be careful, don't stab yourself. This thing is so sharp. That's an African raccoon's quill. Ooh, that was close. I would hate to have murdered him. What a way to... He did almost get cornholed. This is what we do here. This is why we love this place so much. It's so much fun.
There you go.
Thank you to these guys. Thank you to Aaron, as always. Seeing her, beautiful. Phenom, give us a wave. I hate to say wave for there he is. My man, great job. As this is what we do around here. Let us know if you ever want to have any fun with us. We're here for you because that's what we like to do. Uncle Mike, damn 20 promo code still going on?
Still going on. Save 20% at UncleMike'sNatural.com with damn 20 promo code.
That. Uncle Brando, anything to promote?
Twitch stream every Friday and Monday and Tuesday. Come check us out. We're lots of fun.
It's growing. And it's growing so fast. And with
right before he cornholed her.
And with that, that is it for today. We'll be back tomorrow with the All the Way Around table, as we'll check in with all our boys from that certain day. And then, even more. Remember, karma's very real. Keep doing those good things. It'll happen to you. It's proof right here. Have a great night.
Bye, everybody.
Smell you later.
That's his catchphrase.